Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Hey, everybody. Boy, howdy. Has it been, quite the interesting couple of days.
Hey. 8 is a lucky number.
It is. Thank you so much, Skullfish, for 8 months. And hey, hey Miwa, thank you so much for the Prime sub 45 minutes ago. I don't know if you're in the stream or not. Cloudbends, thank you so much for the sub. Yeah. It's been an interesting couple. I'm not gonna talk too much about what has happened. You guys can go look at my Twitter and see the whole story. It's one of those things where I'm just like, I expected to have an imposter eventually, just because it happens to everybody. It's one of those things that I think, you know, every voice actor or every actor, like, gets that at some point, I think. I didn't think it would happen in such a way that was harmful to other people, is the thing. That's what really got to me. So, yeah. It really sucks. Luckily, the piece of shit dumpster of a human that did this has refunded most of the affected parties. And I did report them to 2 different law enforcement organizations. And I don't trust cops to do anything because cops are garbage, but, like, I would hope that maybe some justice is served. But we're not gonna dedicate too much time to this subject. I will say, this isn't like this whole experience and many others that have happened in the past of just people, you know, not reading into things the way that they should, has made me realize that literacy is a really big problem nowadays. Because there have been people that, like, I don't want to blame the victims at all. They are victims in this, and that's just what happened. But like, as I was hearing their accounts, I'm like, I don't understand how you could trust somebody like this. And I don't understand how it took more than a month for somebody to talk to me about this. Could you give me a summary of what happened? Check my Twitter.
Mirror of Heart.
I don't want to recount the whole story on stream because it's too much. Just check my Twitter.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, and it's like I think that it comes from a lot of people wanting to become voice actors. What's my Twitter? It's literally linked on my channel. Like, just scroll down a bit and it's right there. Or just Ben be voicing. What happens if I don't have a Twitter? Somebody will link it in chat. There you go. Thanks, Lise. I think a lot of people want to become voice actors, and they take classes with people that they look up to, and they think that will be the golden ticket that gets them into the business, and it gets them a career, and it does all this stuff for them. But a lot of folks don't understand, like, this stuff takes time. I was working super hard as a voice actor for, like, 8 to 10 years before I really hit my stride and people actually started noticing that I existed. This is something that you work towards for ages. And it sucks that, you know, some people don't, like, they have a hard time understanding that. And they try to find some shortcut or some magic sentence or something that'll push them into the top super fast, but no, it takes hard work. It takes a lot of hard work. And a lot of research. And just, you just need to keep working at it. You're basically climbing a mountain without getting any thanks for it for years. I'm gonna actually close my door a bit more because the cats are meowing really loud outside. But yeah, let them in. I don't have cats. They're my roommate's cats. I don't want to let them into my room because letting cats into the room of an allergic person is just cruising for a bruising. Hey Ben, I want to be a voice actor too. Cool! Go to www.iwanttobeavoiceactor.com and go get started. Can you post pics of them on Twitter? Just go to Dawn M. Bennett's Twitter feed. She posts pics of her cats every now and again. I'm a great mentor. I'm not a mentor. Like, the reason that this whole shit show happened is because people thought I was a mentor. I'm not. I'm literally just some guy giving advice for free every now and again, but I'm nobody's mentor. Ben, you didn't tell Alejandro what I said, did you? I have no memory of this, I'm sorry. I'm literally just some dude.
Just some guy be voicing.
Yep, exactly. But I'm Gracie. Thank you so much for gifting 5 subs. Blaze Moon, Foxo, Cameron, Moon Presence 514. Thank you so much for the subs, guys. And Biblia Curiosa, thank you again for gifting the sub. And Scuttlefish and Anime Gina Lunetti, thank you so much for the biddies as well. I would love to go to Windbloom if they invite me. I will go anywhere I'm invited to. You're a high school student? Great. Take acting classes while you're in school. Just look up Acting 101 or the nearest equivalent, take that, get started. Quick, Ben, what's your opinion on Arby's? I haven't eaten there, but I know that they have the meats. Era, thank you so much for the biddies. I'm not taking requests. Tag, what should you draw today? Whatever your heart tells you. Draw Sora from Kingdom Hearts doing a kickflip. Evie, thank you so much for gifting 10 subs. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, just the wildest thing about this situation, again, this is the last I'll talk about it, is that I'm on the Voice Acting Club Discord, like the VAC Discord, and I give out advice for free. I don't understand why people decided to, like, pay some random shitter money for classes when he was pretending to be me, and, like, I give advice for free on the VAC, you just need to ask. But whatever. We're gonna play Genshin. We're gonna do, we're gonna do all Hatham shit. We were talking about height, and I said he was mid-sized. Wait, Alejandro? We're gonna do his story mode. We finally got to the story quest. I have been thinking... I was thinking of maybe playing Dragon's Dogma 2 this stream. But its performance is leaving a lot to be desired, so I'm just gonna wait until they patch it. And I do want to start playing Fallout New Vegas. I really want to do a playthrough with the stream. The way I see it is I want you guys to have a large hand in the character creation, and you guys will vote for, like, what route we take and how we handle, yeah, we'll do a ton of polls to decide how we handle most situations in that game. You guys can vote for what build I use. There will be things that I will decide, because to add a random factor, it would be funny. What do you mean genocide route? What do you mean like genocide route in New Vegas is just like kill every NPC? I don't think we can do that. I mean, I guess Caesar's Legion is probably the closest thing to genocide route, because it's fucking horrible people, the official faction, but yeah, I'm waiting for Genshin to patch. By the way, it had another patch. I've never done like a full-on strength build, so that would be fun to do. But I've never also done like a full combat-focused build. I like to play charisma builds in Fallout games. And I also like energy weapons because I think they're cool. Yeah, it's specifically because of the new MTG sets that I want to play Fallout.
5 months already, Pogus Pride Pog.
Thank you so much for the sub. 5 months, yeah. Wow. Why do I like Jack Frost a lot? What a question to ask somebody. It's like, imagine eating food with, like, a friend, and they're like, oh man, I love burgers. And you just go up to me and they're like, and you just ask them, why? Why do you like burgers?
Hey, what's up?
I just think he's neat. He's a round boy. He's funny. Just 10 out of 10. Very good boy. Leany Weenie, thank you so much for the Prime sub. So you hate Jack-o'-lantern? I don't hate Jack. Or like, Jack's brothers are all cute. Except for maybe Jack the Ripper. Because he looks like an old man. Are you gonna talk about SpongeBob again? I'm allowed to talk about whatever it is that strikes my fancy, chat. So you hate Mothman? Oh, no. I wanted to get the new Mothman plush that Fangamer released, but they sold out almost immediately. I was really upset. Yeah, Jack the Ripper is one of Jack's brothers. I will switch the game screen over to Gensh momentarily. Are you going to use Peter Griffin as a unit of measurement again? Chad, I'm noticing that whenever I do anything funny, you expect me to do it over and over again. Avidjikit, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. You guys are so desperate for me to have, like, running gags. It's kind of funny. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. I appreciate the effort. Ben, are you gonna tell jokes again? Mods, ban that user. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's jokes. That's my joke. That's my one joke of the stream. You got it. What, I need to, like, have some Benisms that I can turn into shirts. Wait, I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Yeah. I can just go here, right? Yeah. So you hate jokes? Yes. I hate jokes!
How's everything going with your thesis?
This guy's name is Rancho.
I should be able to publish it next month. A few days ago, I was worried that I'd have to stop my work on it. Thankfully, that didn't come to pass.
Se llama Rancho, no puede ser.
Well, Azar was one of your thesis advisors. Honestly, I was afraid that you might have gotten dragged down as well. How did things get settled?
No, I didn't tell him that. I will threaten to tell people stuff that chat says, but I don't follow through with it because I don't want you guys to get in trouble. And Bronyverse, what about Sino's jokes? Yes, Sino. The only person in existence allowed to make jokes.
The newly appointed acting Grand Sage reviewed all of our projects and gave us permission to continue our research.
If you're not Sino and you make a joke, you are joking illegally.
Acting Grand Sage? That sounds like a new thing.
Yeah, I heard that selecting new sages has been taking some time, so he's just filling in. But it's all thanks to him that our research results weren't jeopardized. Once my paper is published, I'm definitely giving myself a long vacation and getting some much-needed rest.
Why would you jump scare me with Genesis
That
crystals?
sounds like a good idea.
We're in the middle of something, guys. Thank you for the crystals. Please hold until I finish the quest.
They're really out of their minds, making Al-Haytham the acting Grand Sage?
Who's this silly man right here?
Take it easy, Professor. I'm puzzled as well. Just going by qualifications, you're one of our most preeminent scholars. I don't know why they picked a stripling like him.
Fool! Do you think I'm angry because I wasn't chosen for the position? No! It's because I don't understand why they chose him!
You're a fool!
He was one of my students, but he rarely attended class. When I asked him about it, he retorted that self-study was better use of his time.
I love this dude. This is literally the best character in Genshin Impact.
What brazen arrogance, misery of miseries, for the academia to have him as the acting Grand Sage?
Why is Raj Kumar not playable? 10 out of 10 character.
Professor, don't get so worked up. I'll go get you some water.
Psst. Want to hear a secret? I've heard the new acting Grand Sage is from Haravatat.
Really? Who is it?
Someone named Al-Haytham. Never met him myself, but he's a real hot topic right now. Lots of things being said about him. Hard
Hot
to tell
topic?
what's true and what isn't, though.
Hot topic? Anime t-shirts?
There's also a Vahumana scholar who's been in the spotlight recently. They say that he's a likely pick to be one of the next sages.
You know what would be cool, chat? If they sold Undead Unluck shirts at Hot Topic. That would make me happy.
Oh, is he teaching any courses? Maybe we should drop by.
Wow. News of Al-Haytham being
Like
the acting
you.
Grand Sage sure spread fast. Some people don't know who he is, though. Guess he's less famous than Paimon thought.
Ben, can you help me with my chem homework? It's 11th grade level, and I'm too dumb for it. My brother in Christ, I am a voice actor.
Some people are saying good things and others bad. Especially that old guy just now. He really doesn't like Al-Haytham. Hey, are you okay? You don't look too good.
If I start talking about chemistry, this is gonna be like a 999, a scene from that game. Like, hey, chat, have you ever heard of Ice 9? Have you ever heard of the morphogenetic field theory, chat?
The Matra.
The Matra?
I'm Ilyas. I have to talk to a Matra about something important.
In the state you're in? You shouldn't push yourself.
Ben, help me with my taxes. I got my taxes done last month. I gotta jump on that shit hella early. And for the first time since I moved to America, I actually got money back from the tax factory.
Hey chat, is chemistry real?
Why don't you tell us what happened and we'll pass on your message to Amatra?
No, I have to tell them myself. They are the only ones I could trust.
Ben, please help me steal the Declaration of Independence. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Sorry, can you lend me your arm? This is an important matter. Failure is not an option.
Since you put it that way, fine, we'll take you to Amatra.
The illusions of the mob. The illusions.
We could do Amatra, but we don't know that many, do we?
Chat, out of curiosity, how long is this story quest? About 2 hours? Yeah, okay, good. I expected it to be about as much.
Excuse us, but is Sino at the Academia?
You two look familiar. Are you friends of Mahamatra Sino? I'm afraid he's out on a mission right now. But if you'd like, I can pass whatever message you might have on to him.
D&D isn't happening today. Just so you guys are aware. We had to cancel. So I'm so sorry for any hashtag Shadows over Velda enjoyers. But yeah, D&D isn't happening today. That's why I chose to stream today, because we're not going to be doing it, unfortunately. But it'll happen next week.
We ran into this guy by the gates, and he seems really eager to speak with Amatra. It sounds like something urgent.
The wall is playing Genshin.
Look, Zephyr! I am a little anime man!
Oh? If you don't mind, why don't you tell me about it first?
Kane for Ben. Stayed for chat, and Ben.
Oh, thank you, Paladin Torike. And JK Royal, thank you so much. And Too Much Hike, thank you so much.
Prima Trimester. YA Kasi Alcanzo a Cave XD.
I love hearing this thing try to speak in Spanish, the text to speech. Thank you so much, Amber Armed Heart. When voicing Kaveh, do you do any special tricks to your voice, like how Nazeeb pinches his voice cords? I don't need to do that nerd shit. I just get more energetic, and that's it.
Siraj.
Siraj. That name sounds familiar. Isn't he a Vahumana researcher?
I do think it's interesting how Nazeeb does, like, physically change his like, he does do that pinching thing, because it does let him access things that he normally wouldn't be able to, which I think is really cool.
Vahumana researcher?
Yes, one of their most renowned, in fact. I hear he's as daring as he is intelligent. There are rumors he'll become Vahumana's next sage. But please continue, good sir. What about Siraj?
I want to report him for conducting a dangerous experiment. He kidnapped me, tied me up, and took me to that horrible cave. Experimental equipment.
Oh, and Deco, después te cuento.
A little slower.
Después te repuesto tu pregunta que me mandaste en Twitter.
Please, take your time. What kind of experiments was he conducting?
Pronto.
Where is this
Después
cave?
del stream.
I don't remember.
Huh? You can't remember?
All I remember is Siraj walking towards me, and then my head started feeling weird.
He members.
It's like a nightmare that I can't recall. I just know that that place is dangerous, and that they must be stopped.
It's like being in a nightmare you can't wake up from. I've also been in a bit of a Metal Gear mood. I kind of want to play Metal Gear Solid 2 again.
Oh, I heard they conduct business in the tavern. We have to hurry.
Even if what you say is... Alright. I'll have some of my colleagues look into Siraj.
Stop with the Genesis crystals. You're jump scaring me every time. But thank you. I appreciate
I would like
it.
to administer the Matra lie detector test.
I'll hate them, bait. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs.
You think I'm lying?
Ilyas sounds like he's about to cry.
Please don't take it the wrong way. This is just standard protocol.
Maniac Art Monster, thank you so much for the biddies.
Sorry, but can you two wait out here a little while? We'll be back soon.
Ben, divorce olive oil. I'm begging you. Do you think... Chat member, are you calling me Popeye?
Olive, I'm playing Genshin Impact.
Let me bring you up to speed. First things first, Ilyas passed the lie detector test.
Hey, what's up?
Oh.
Like you.
What was that random, like, bit of gamers in the middle there? Where did that come from?
This indicates that what he said is highly credible. As such, we've decided to launch an investigation based on the leads he provided. Per protocol,
Ben, are
this
you gonna
matter was
stream
reported
Fallout?
to
Yep.
Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham. After hearing about it, he left a message for Mahamatra Sino and then asked to join the investigation.
I spent a large amount of time just downloading different mods for it, but most of the mods are just like to patch things and to make sure the game doesn't explode. But it's gonna be as vanilla as possible.
Huh. It's kind of weird for you to be working with the Matra. Is there a special reason?
You're overthinking things. My interest was piqued is all.
Really? I'm unsurprised you have this much free time. In that case, let's do it as well, shall we, Traveler?
Yo, gaming.
Short stack, thank you so much. Yeah, gaming.
It's already against protocol for Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham to participate in this investigation. As for you two...
Okay.
I love that it always says ook as okay. Thank you, Sugar High.
Oh, never mind. After all, you were the ones who brought Ilyas here. I'll allow you to accompany us, but you have to promise to keep everything confidential.
Don't you worry. Our lips are sealed.
All right, in that case, I'll fill you in on what we know so far. Ilyas claimed that Siraj will be conducting some business with a Kasharawar researcher at the tavern. This is one of his few clear memories. It seems he stumbled upon this information while escaping. Incidentally, Siraj isn't at the academia right now. He applied for long-term off-site research 1 month ago. It's close to the time that Ilyas had given, so we've decided to head to the tavern and investigate any suspicious persons.
That's right. Arav, prepare to head out. You two, do as you will.
Oh, come on! We already said that we're coming!
Arav, go do stuff. You two, I guess just hang out. Do whatever, I don't care. Go to the tavern. As a South Asian, the pronunciation is painful. Yeah. I mean,
We're here, Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham. What's our next course of action?
As someone who understands a fair amount of German, and I used to be fluent in German, wasn't a fan of how official says a lot of words. And how Oz says a lot of words, either.
Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham.
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately.
Ben, pregunta seria. ¿Prefieres que te escriban en inglés o español o que saben español pero saben inglés? It's up to you. Es tu decisión. Yo leo cualquier cosa.
The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
I mean, I can't blame them for getting some pronunciation stuff wrong because this game has a billion different words from a billion different languages.
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and search for suspicious persons.
It's a lot to keep track of, so I can't blame them.
Ilyas, please stay here. Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, I'll have to trouble you with the protection of our primary witness.
How many languages do I know? I'm fluent in English and Spanish, but I can understand a decent amount of German, Italian, and French.
Sure. Though I'd rather he just protect himself.
There was, during Christmas, there was a German-speaking family that, was staying with my family, and they would just speak to me in German, and I kind of got the gist of a lot of what they were saying. Ben, is it okay if I send English messages on chat during the Spanish stream with Alejandro? Yeah.
People, just like he did back at Aro Village.
We legally can't stop anybody from speaking English in that stream, guys. So you guys can talk in English, it doesn't matter. It's just me and Alejandro will be speaking in Spanish. But, Alejandro's already, he's already saying that he's gonna, switch to English for certain things. And I'm like, no, bro, we gotta keep it 100%. But knowing me, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna, switch to English too if I forget some words in Spanish.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly. Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do.
A lot of people have asked me this question, and I really should just have this ready. Where is it? Star Burglar. If you want an example of me acting in Spanish, I'm gonna spam it in chat. There it is.
But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps. The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Ben, say something in French.
Baguette.
Why is this so complicated?
Omelette du fromage.
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Je suis monte.
Excuse me, acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what. Have we met before?
Say something in German. Kaiserschmarren.
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
Haha, I thought so too. I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with someone of your caliber.
Then why did you ask?
Who asked, he said.
Well, for some reason I felt
have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here, he
You're right. Understood. Then please wait.
Okay, I gotta redo this scene. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Spectrum. Thank you, Spectrum, for deciding to drop out.
He's the same as ever, casually ignoring people just like he did back at Aro Village.
You guys have probably experienced it a fair amount on Alejandro streams, and I'm streaming from basically the same house. So, yeah, I get those too.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position.
Chat member just said, the only good spectrum is the autism spectrum. Chat member, have you considered the color spectrum?
Arav has just as many doubts about my coming, but unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers.
Fishstick, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it.
That question was obviously bait.
Bait.
The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps. The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Why is this so complicated?
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Excuse me, acting Grand Sage. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer.
No.
I need to skip all this because we've already seen it.
Really? A misperception, perhaps.
Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham? We've apprehended a...
Siraj?
No, it's the Kasharawar researcher who has dealings with
Okay,
him.
this is where it disconnected for me.
His name is Narendra.
Acting Sage Al-Haytham? Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the acting Grand Sage? What have I gotten myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
Ben, do you voice any of the NPCs not in the game? I am one of the banditos that that Baiju beats up in his trailer.
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Siraj?
Someone just responded to that with, "Let's go, employment!" Like, so true.
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
What were the details of this transaction?
People still saying that the stream is frozen. Like, refresh, please.
He's doing
Refresh
some
the
kind
stream.
of experiment that seems to
F5.
require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of Mora if I was willing to put some aside for him, under the pretense of them being defective parts.
Savage Starlight, thank you so much for the sub. Was it the first Bandito? I don't remember, actually. I think so?
We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up, or run into you all.
Wubcub, thank you so much for the sub. Wubcub sub. Ben, can you manifest C6 Kaveh for me? I'm not gonna manifest anybody because I think manifesting is for nerds. This is a house where we summon. I will summon C6 Kaveh.
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information, so he intentionally didn't show up. Whatever the case, it seems that this lead ends here. The good news is, regardless of what Siraj was planning, his progress will now be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and electrical components. We still have time to conduct our investigation.
Didn't you already try that?
Suspect?
Silence.
No, he's all yours. But I'd like to borrow Ilyas for a while.
Oh, that's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detection exam, which showed that he has a genuine case of amnesia. We're not planning to pursue any further breakthroughs on that front. However, I am curious. What do you need him for, exactly?
I've read some papers regarding amnesia, and I'd like to try restoring his memories.
Voice actors be like, cast this, cast that, fuck it. Cast magic missile.
I see. We'll be returning to the academia then. I'll leave it.
Oh.
Follow me.
Alrighty. Find a quiet place. We're literally like 3 steps away from the tavern. I don't think this is a quiet place.
Oh, Hatham, are you serious about seeing things through? Paimon's pretty surprised that you're this interested in the case.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh? Paimon has no clue. Hey, do you know?
Man, like I'm thinking about it, and like I do want to play more wizards. Like not as in like voice acting, but like in video games. I might play as a wizard in Dragon's Dogma.
Yes, we were classmates.
Oh, so that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because you know the suspect?
Uno stream anytime. I'm gonna put it up on the VOD channel.
You couldn't be further from the truth, but I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with.
Like old wizard or cool young hip wizard. As long as I get to cast spells!
For the time being, all you need to know is that we were once classmates. I became the scribe afterwards while he continued his academic endeavors.
I am a big fan of just stereotypical big bushy beard wizard with a pointy hat. Who is just like, I cast... Fuck you! And it's just lightning.
He submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the Grand Sage at the time asked for my opinion. I did not approve of it because it committed one of the 6 cardinal sins by touching upon human evolution.
Like wizard beer? Exactly. I love that animation so much. Anything... God. That guy is so fucking talented.
From violating matters regarding human evolution to attempting the forbidden and fearing none, the 6 cardinal sins are the
Worthy
origin
Kids
of
is
all
like
evil
one
in
of
this
the
world.
best animators
They are
of our
also
time.
what the sages use as a reference when formulating or amending the rules of the academia.
No, not a time wizard, guys. That would be a chronomancer. I just want a straight up wizard, and he casts spells. They don't have to be time related.
My opinion was that Siraj's research was both overly naive and in violation of various core principles. The Grand Sage took some of my suggestions on board and ultimately decided to reject the application.
Wizards don't manifest, they cast. They summon. They wield the flames of Arnor.
So that's why he's buying energy sources and electrical components.
Sort of related opinion on druids. Druids are just weed wizards.
He's most likely trying to circumvent the rules and conduct his experiment in secret.
Weezards. Weedzards. They're the elves of wizards.
That sounds super suspicious. Oh, we gotta stop him. Ilos, can you try to remember things again? Maybe something new will pop up.
I'm sorry, but I've already tried many times. And no matter how hard I try, it feels like everything in my mind is shrouded in a thick mist.
Don't insult elves like that. I can insult elves as much as I want to. The only good elves in fiction are the Ishgardian elves from FF14. I said it.
It is possible for a person to subconsciously forget some of their memories as a defense mechanism against extreme stress.
Why the elf hate? I don't know, man. I think it's just the fact that they're always like, we must protect the trees. The winds of Dathruil say that we can't help these humans. We have to protect the trees.
However, these memories aren't truly lost, but merely sealed away. They can be restored with the appropriate stimulus.
I mean, Legolas is fine. I'll accept Legolas.
Now, try to recall things you care about. They don't need to be related to this case.
Klee isn't an elf. She's like a halfling.
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on.
Jedi are wizards too? No, I wouldn't actually. I feel like, I guess they would be the Star Wars universe's version of a wizard. They are, yeah, they're space wizards. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Although to me, I feel like wizards have more elemental spellcasting stuff. Like a wizard needs to be able to make fire and lightning, and Jedi can. I mean, Sith can technically do lightning, but if your guy can't cast fireball and lightning bolt, then your guy ain't a wizard.
The kind of person I am, the things I've done, I can remember some things, but I can't recall some others no matter how hard I try.
I have seen Big Top Burger. I think Big Top Burger is some of the best stuff on the internet. Anything Worthy Kids does is so impressive in terms of like artistic and like endeavors and like how he presents his work. It's just great. He's a fantastic animator. Some of the like I want him to make a full show. But I don't want him to get screwed over by networks because networks have been fucking over animation so much lately. So maybe it's good that he's indie.
But I do vaguely remember that there are two things that I have to do no matter what.
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from the academia and give it to my younger sister in Gandharvaville. I'm not sure about the details, but it seems that I would send money to my younger sister every month to pay for family expenses.
What if they summon cats? I mean, that's just find familiar.
And the second thing? What's the second thing?
I can't remember. Sorry, there's just so much I can't recall.
Someone asked, I know this is a stupid question, but do you ship Alhaitham and Kaveh? Picture me staring at you with the most deeply disappointed look in my eyes.
Not unexpected.
Wait, after saying that question out loud, a black van has parked outside of my house.
However, you're the only one who has seen Siraj and knows the exact location of his cave at present. As such, we'll do everything we can to help you regain your memories.
No, it's okay, guys. I was just reading out a question. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we're good. It was just chat. We're good. Yep. Yeah, have a great... Yeah, you too. Yep. Let's keep going with this stream.
Losing your memories must be really painful. But don't you worry. We'll help you get them all back.
Oh, thank you so much. This feeling, it's more than just pain. I don't know how to describe it. I have so few memories that I don't even have a clear idea of who I am. And my head's always ringing. It feels like I could faint at any moment.
Yeah, that Dennis, how old are you? I'm 31.
But amidst all that, it also feels like I've been set free somehow. Nevertheless, I have you all to thank for bringing me what clarity I do have right now. Now, I do remember that I worked part-time at a place in the academia called the Research Preparation Center. That's also where I got my monthly paycheck.
I'm so tempted to, like, install a webcam that I can just, like, tab over to and just look at it with complete disapproval anytime anybody in chat is like, you're so old! Like, I'll just cut to it and I'll just stare at it for like 10 seconds. Yeah, The Office style.
I see. In that case, let's go and find whoever's in charge there.
Yay, I completed the quest. Head towards the Research Preparation Center. All right, it is this shit. The average age of Genshin gamers is 35? Sheesh. Wait. Oh. It's okay, Ben. You don't look a day over 200. Was that a DMC Devil May Cry reference? My name, by the way, is Dante. But you can call me Dante the Demon Killer. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Fucking hell, I hate that. I hate that game so much. I've watched that cutscene so many times, and I hate watch it every other year or so to remind me just how terrible it is. What were they thinking?
Oh, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've sent this period's research expenses report to your office. Have you taken a look? Are there any issues with it?
I did. Recent research expenses have decreased quite a bit compared to past figures.
My sister unironically likes DMC. Look, I'll tell people this. DMC Devil May Cry is a reasonable action game. It's a terrible Devil May Cry game.
Yes, though that is primarily because there are fewer scholars with research needs.
If you've never played Devil May Cry, and you don't care about it in the slightest, it's fine. It's alright. It's not great. It's fine. If you know what Devil May Cry is, it's hot trash.
But that can be a rather convoluted topic. Might I ask why you are here today?
I believe you know this individual. His name is Ilos. He worked part-time here, and he's here for his paycheck.
Oh, yes, of course. Though, Ilos, where have you been these past few days?
Just play DMC 3 through 5. I would still play DMC 1, just so you know how it started. Because it's really fun to see how the series evolves from 1 to 3.
That was our busy period, but then
don't play 2, though. It's garbage.
Everyone had to pick up the slack.
2 is literally like an unfinished game. Like, they just didn't finish it. That's why half of it is just broken. Like, you can just shoot everything and you win.
I'm sorry, something unexpected came up. But I know I've caused trouble for everyone. Is there anything I can do to make up for it?
The other researchers have more or less finished your share of the work. However, there is one thing that is yet to be settled. Do you remember Chandra? You were in charge of following up on his off-site research application.
Doesn't that make it more fun, like the game being unfinished? In this case, no. Because what it means is you will stand in a corner of a room, and you will press the shoot gun button, and you'll just do that for about 3 minutes, and that's how you win every fight.
He retracted his application a few days ago and canceled his off-site project. He's the 12th person to retract a research application this month. I'd like you to ask him why he did that. Chandra is probably having coffee at this hour, so you can find him at the cafe.
Understood. Then, about my paycheck.
I'll pay you in full once you return. However, make sure you don't disappear without saying anything again. Be considerate to your colleagues and give them some forewarning at least.
I heard Skyrim is buggy and seemingly unfinished. Well, no. In Skyrim's case, the bugs are cosmetic. Like, they're, some dude's ragdoll is fucking flailing around or some shit. Like, that's funny.
This acceptable? Acting Grand
But
Sage
for
Alhaitham?
DMC, it's unfinished in the sense that, like, they didn't program the AI for some of the enemies, and they just don't do anything.
I have no objections.
Ben, ¿te gustan los alfajores? No me gustan, me encantan. I keep wanting to climb up that, but I can't. ¿Alfajores con azúcar o sin azúcar? Con azúcar. I really want Persona 5 and Royal is so much... La humita con azúcar, sí. Persona 5 and Royal is so much more expensive. Is there really a significant difference between it and the normal one? Royal adds like 20 to 30 hours more of gameplay, and those extra 20 to 30 hours are really good. And it also adds a ton of quality of life improvements that improve the game dramatically.
Don't crush my dreams.
It's okay. We still made it.
Ilias? Long time no see. What can I do for you?
Hey, did you see that guy just die?
I heard that you canceled your research project, so I'm just here to ask you why.
Oh, that. It's really nothing special. I just don't feel like going anymore.
Death count 1. It's so funny to me that we're at 1, and this is like stream 15 or something of Genshin.
I'm not the only one who canceled, right? I mean, people have had no motivation to conduct research lately, haven't they?
No motivation to conduct research?
Yeah. Say, who might you be? You look sort of familiar.
The only time this game will kill me is if I'm not paying attention to my stamina bar.
Oh, don't mind me. Please, continue.
Well, with the downfall of the sages not long ago, many of the projects
Hear cats
that
in
they
the
led
background?
were put on hold while they were being investigated.
Chad, that was a plane going over my house.
With the situation being so volatile, people are picking up random things to do to kill time. No one wants to risk starting any new research until it's clear how things will pan out in the future.
When you say how things will pan out, you actually mean what the new sages would have interest in, right?
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack of motivation to start new research.
So what are the other reasons?
Ben, what if you loaded up Genshin one day and all your characters were worms? Like, from Worms Armageddon? Would they have funny little British voices?
Well, because the Akasha terminal shut down. I'm sure you're all aware that we require all kinds of knowledge to perform any of the research we do.
You guys remember that
Back
game,
then,
right?
The Akasha would respond to any of our requests for the knowledge we needed. It was beyond convenient. We didn't have to spend an extended amount of time studying, so we were able to immediately run various tests and experiments.
I remember one of the voice packs in Worms was like Soul Brother or whatever. And it was like, "Hey, little buddy! Funky chicken!"
I see.
You get it, right? After having had a taste of something so amazing, who can be bothered to manually sift through data and files ever again? There are only a handful of people at the academia who are starting new projects or performing research. Most people are like me, waiting for a recognized researcher to start a project before immediately applying to join.
This guy sounds like he's about to cry.
Although our names will be further down in the paper, we'll have a much easier time. We don't have to do most of the mental heavy lifting. All we have to do is focus on our assigned tasks.
Noah, thank you so much for the biddies. Oh! He's getting the echo!
head. It hurts.
Sephiroth. He's getting possessed by Sephiroth.
I remember now. I remember what Siraj said to me as he approached. You will become Siraj number 36.
Wait, this is Sephiroth.
With a consciousness under my control, think only in accordance with a set module, like a worker bee in a beehive.
This is literally just reunion.
Paimon doesn't get it. What does that even mean?
Well, it's simple, Paimon. He's been implanted with Genova cells.
It's what Siraj was researching and the topic of the thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution. Siraj believed that by achieving 3 objectives, he could create a collective consciousness in human society and drive humans toward their ultimate evolution. First, he would rank test subjects in descending order of ability, with number 1 serving as the Overmind.
The Overmind being the former hero, Sephiroth, Soldier First Class.
This Overmind would then divide tasks into numerous modules and delegate them to the collective's members, based on their assigned number and the task's importance.
Wait, huh? The script on that is kinda... the text didn't line up.
Lastly, this system must support the rapid exchange of information within the collective, or even better, allow its members to share their memories and emotions.
Whoa, the dialogue in the... This is like... I've noticed some instances where the text dialogue doesn't match up with the spoken dialogue. I've noticed this a few times, but I feel like this is like the most egregious example.
Paimon still doesn't get it. What's the point of all that?
Think of it as linking many minds together and tailoring a given mind's assigned work based on its compatibility.
Also, I noticed that the recording quality of Nazee's lines was a little different for those two lines that had the different script. So I'm pretty sure those are last-minute pickups that they just didn't update on the script.
Eventually, everyone's minds will be consolidated into a new form of existence that is both an individual and an organization.
What time are you and Alejandro stream starting on Tuesday? I don't know.
Siraj believes this collective consciousness
tweet it
is
out.
superior to individual humans.
Whoa. Squishing a whole bunch of people together? Paimon thinks that sounds horrible.
It's just as Alhaitham said. Siraj gave all the test subjects different numbers. Bigger numbers meant you had a lower rank, so your assigned tasks were less complex, such as being responsible for everyone's basic needs. Smaller numbers were ranked higher, so you'd be given more complex assignments like planning for the future. Siraj referred to me as number 36, and I think that was a low-ranking number. I also recall that Siraj said his plan was proceeding very quickly, and that the hive would soon be complete.
Oh no, then we gotta hurry! We have to stop him before it's complete!
Kinda don't get what you mean by spoken dialogue not matching. You know those words at the bottom of the screen? And it says Paimon in yellow, and then there's words right under that? The words weren't the same as what the characters were actually saying in the audio.
I tried my best, but that's all I can remember. I still can't recall where the cave is. I'm really sorry.
Take your time. You'll eventually remember it all. However, something doesn't seem right.
What's off?
You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number.
What a shame. He was a good man. What a rotten way to die.
I'm not sure what Siraj's numbering system is based on. Anyway, we're done here.
Please, wait. I heard you all talking about Siraj just now. Are you looking for him?
Huh? Do you know something?
Well, Siraj is pretty popular as of late. I heard he's gained recognition from a lot of well-known researchers. Supposedly, he's a strong contender for being one of the next sages. There are many who would give up everything to be a part of his research team. I'm nothing special, though, so I doubt I'd get the opportunity.
Based? Based on what? Based on the hardware that's inside the computer.
That said, I do know a researcher who received an invitation from Siraj but declined it. Her name is Janaki. If you're interested, you can try to find her. She's usually reading at the pavilion in the garden.
Oh, right, I guess I gotta... There. Cannon.
Time to act.
Wait, Janaki.
Are you Janaki? We'd like to ask you a couple of things about Siraj.
Ilyas?
Do you know me? I'm sorry, but I don't recognize you.
Are you playing dumb with me?
No, I'm not. I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And? Are you trying to say that I should forgive you just because you've forgotten what you've done? Or are you using the acting Grand Sage as backup to settle things with me?
Oh, it's Nancy
The
Drew's
two
VA?
biggest
That's
loners
pretty
teaming
cool.
up. What a terrible thought.
I'm glad
That's
she's still
enough.
acting.
There seems to be a dispute between the two of you, but I have no interest in that. I heard that Siraj once invited you to join his project. Is that true?
So, what if it is? Siraj did extend an invitation to me, and I was also interested in his project. I think it was about collective consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. I refused because I thought that rank was too low. No one wants to be placed at the bottom. Certainly not me.
Ilyas is number 36, and Janaki was supposed to be number 45. Ugh, just how many people did Siraj have his eyes on?
Tell
Too
me,
many.
Did Siraj tell you how he assigned numbers?
Yeah. Remember how the sages took advantage of the Akasha and extracted Yana energy from our heads back then? They left a document that records the amount of Yana energy that the Akasha had extracted from each person. I don't know how Siraj got his hands on that document, but he used it as the basis for his numbering system.
I see. He believes that this data can be used to evaluate a person's computing power. Putting aside the validity of the
turning
data,
people
it is
into
meaningless to
computers.
judge individuals
My
based solely
God.
on their Jnana energy. At most, Jnana energy can only be seen as representing a portion of a person's abilities. Humans are complicated beings, so it is impossible to evaluate them using a single criterion.
See? I knew I couldn't have only been ranked as 45.
What else do you know about Siraj?
That's it. He came to me, I refused, and that was the end of it.
Like, nya.
Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here. I've had enough of this eyesore.
Please wait. I still want to know what I did in the past.
You really forgot?
I swear, I don't remember anything.
Paimon can vouch for him. The mantra also said that he truly lost his memories.
I see. You know what? It's better this way. I get angry just thinking about it, so I really don't have the patience to fill you in. All you need to know is that you got a lot of people in trouble back then, including me. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
And she's gone. She doesn't seem to like you very much. Do you really not remember anything?
I really don't. But after she said that, I've had this heavy feeling in my chest. I guess I did something really horrible.
Do you want to remember?
Huh?
Even though you're a witness against Siraj in this case, you've also lost your memory.
Have you ever played Heavy
No one
Rain?
can force you to remember if you don't want to. Even if you manage to remember, all you would need to do is feign ignorance and tell us that you tried the best you could, but to no avail.
I'm not sure what to do. Like I said before, for some reason I felt a sense of freedom when I realized I had lost my memories. But I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to go free so easily. I still want to remember everything.
Is Ilyas the origami
I can
killer?
look up your file.
He very well might
Something
be.
that caused trouble for a lot of people in the past must be on file somewhere. Would
The
you like me to look
origami
into it?
killer.
Yes, please.
All right.
Detective
Then let's
Nam and
return to the House
Jaden,
of Dana.
FBI.
We've spent enough time here, and you should go and get your paycheck.
it's back down here again. Is Heavy Rain by the Detroit Become Human guy the one and only David Cage?
Take it easy.
Son of Nick Cage? That's incredibly insulting to Nicolas Cage. So Ben isn't a completionist, I see.
Let's
Homie.
split up for now. Ilyas,
No.
you go and get your paycheck. The rest of you, come to the archives with me. We'll meet back here later and then head over to Gandharvaville.
Okay. Thank you all so much.
Relax, Ilyas. Being nervous accomplishes nothing.
That's true. I'm ready. No matter what I've done, I'm ready to face it. I'll also try my best to remember anything else related to Siraj. We'll put an end to all of this.
I'm holding you to that. See you later.
Talk to Al-Haytham. Ride the elevator to the House of Dana. What? Oh, it's up here, isn't it? I will feed the boy. There, apple stew. Delicioso. Ben, you have Baiju in your team. That's not nearly as funny, though. You want me to not feed Kaveh? Is that what you're asking?
Okay. The important files from the last few years should all be here.
The Taoist weirdos.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Anyway, I found Ilyas's file. Let's meet downstairs.
He's gonna be like, huh, that thing that I said at. It turns out it was actually the most important thing.
What have I done?
This file indicates that you were once commended by the Academia for your courage and sense of justice. You were considered a hero.
Ben, are you coming to any UK cons this year?
Yes.
If I haven't announced
Your
it, it's
instructor
not
was
happening.
engaging in academic fraud, and you were the one who reported him. Your report was found to be true after a series of investigations, and your instructor was brought to justice by the Matra. This incident caused quite the commotion, and the Academia sent you a commendation. What is it? Are any memories coming back to you?
No, it's just... my head feels like it's being ripped apart again. It hurts. Did I
You should come to Canada. Homie, do I have news for you?
It isn't directly
I'm gonna be going to
related
Oda
Siraj,
Fest in
so there's no
Calgary
need to push yourself
in
over it.
May.
I'm sorry. That should have been something good to hear, but my body is instinctively rejecting it. I feel like I'll black out if I try to remember.
Come to Canada, please. What did I just say?
Take it slow. Recovering memories is no easy task, especially when it involves memories that you don't want to remember.
You should come to Chile, just saying. I probably will to visit my family.
Just do what you think is right.
Would you even go to smaller towns for cons? I will go to any con that invites me. That's the thing that you guys are having trouble understanding every time this topic comes up. If a con invites me, I'll go to it. If I'm not going to a con, that means they haven't invited me. How do I get the con to invite me? You guys need to ask them to do that.
Thank you. I'm not sure how you're
Nipashu,
so
thank you so
calm
much
and
for this.
composed all the
Appreciate
time,
it.
but it does make me feel more confident about the situation I'm in.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver Ilias's paycheck to his sister. Come on!
How much time do they usually give you in advance when they invite you? It depends on the con. Sometimes it's like a year. Sometimes it's like 6 months. Sometimes it's 3 months. Did you know that you can contact your local con and tell them to invite Ben? It's true. The power's in your hands. Give that chat member a true. Although if the con's like a week away or something, I'm probably not gonna be able to make it. Are you going to any cons in Iowa? Please refer back to my previous statement where if I haven't announced anything, it's not happening. ¿Algún día irás a España? Who's gonna tell them? Hi, which quest are you doing? This one.
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
I feel like a broken record trying to tell people how to get VAs to cons. Tell me about it.
Ilios, what are you doing back here?
Ben, si vienes a Chile te invitamos a uno completo.
Dad, it's
Prefiero-
nothing. I was just wondering how everyone was doing.
Prefiero unos churrascos en pan blanco con un poquito de palta.
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? It's all right.
O unos
You
barros
can
lucos
tell
también.
us.
Reunion!
Ilias, what's wrong?
I'm fine. Just a minor headache. I haven't been getting much rest lately.
Ben, what is your favorite candy? That's a good question. I do like sour things.
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out. I can't imagine how things are going for you at the academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the academia. You can always come back home.
Sour Patch Kids are okay. I like Warheads, but I hate how they destroy your tongue.
I'm all right. I just need a little rest.
Ben, do you like rats?
Rat. Ilias doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
Hey, that's enough, you two. Ilias isn't feeling well. You can keep nagging him once we get home. Ilias, let's find somewhere to talk. So, how's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh, here. It's this month's paycheck. How's everything at home?
Same old, same old. It's just that everyone's worried about you.
Have you ever tried a Black Death sweet from the UK? The only UK candies that I've eaten have been Cadbury's Crunchies, or is it Crunchies or yeah, they are Crunchies, right? Right? I'm gonna Google this real quick. Yeah, Crunchies. Maltesers. Cadbury Fingers.
Today is a good day. I finally finished building my cave.
Hell yeah. Build that cave. Thank you for the biddies. I like Terry's chocolate oranges.
Don't mind their nagging. Deep down, they know that you did the right thing.
Yeah, they don't have Maltesers in America. They've got Whoppers, which are, like, considerably more cringe. Yes, I do like salt and vinegar chips. Any brand is fine. They're usually all the same.
It's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors about you and seeing all the threatening letters, well, they're mom and dad. Maybe they just want you to conform a bit more.
I do absolutely love the pickled onion Monster Munch crisps. I think those are delicious. And I also really like Twiglets.
Conform.
Yeah. You don't remember? After the incident, you...
Reunion! Ben, have you been in Brazil? I have. I went to Brazil to go get my visa sorted. And here's a fun fact for you guys. I can say it now that the episodes are out. The Rio de Janeiro episodes of Undead Unluck, I had to record them from Rio de Janeiro. Because I was stuck there because of my visa shit.
Ilyas? What's wrong?
Ah, I see. I remember now. Don't worry, I remember now.
So that was fate at play. Are there any sweets from Germany you like? Not sweets, but there was this Austrian snack that I always loved called Knabe Nossi. That was like a Slim Jim but good. Alphan Dart, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub.
You're acting a little weird today, you know? Anyway, I understand your decision. But Mom, Dad, and I just want you to be happy.
¿Te gustan los calzones rotos? Yes.
I don't care if you're a hero or not. I just want you to enjoy life and relax more.
You guys are reacting to Kabanosi very, very violently. Let me see if I can pull up the exact thing that I'm talking about. Here it is. I found it. Let me just save this. I think it is like something Polish, but it's like the Austrian version of something Polish. So let me give me 1 second, chat. It's this thing. Knabe Nossi. 100% Fleisch aus Österreich. They're just like Slim Jims, but good. They're tasty. I had these a ton when I was a kid, and they had a ketchup flavored that I really liked. It's not like it's not really a pepperoni. It's just meat sticks.
Your understanding is a great comfort to me.
Ketchup flavor with chocolate? Homie, it's not chocolate. It's like a beef snack. Relax. Jastix, thank you so much for the Prime sub.
Is it? That's good. Are you a friend of his?
Have you eaten dolma or sarma? No, I have not. So it's like a jerky? Kind of. You know those, like, sausage, fuck, what are they called? They sell them at supermarkets, like, with the jerky and everything. Like, they have little beef sausage snacks. It's like that. But they're, like, bigger and ketchup flavored.
More
Es como un
so,
salchichón.
My name is Alhaitham, and this is the Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, that rings a bell. At any rate, I feel more at ease knowing that my brother has friends.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Usually it's pistachio. But I also like salted caramel.
Would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Es como un chorizo, más o menos. O sea, un chorizo, pero no tan picante.
Sorry, but I still have things I need to take care of.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll get going then. Take care of yourself, Ilyas.
Do you like mint chocolate ice cream? I don't actually like mint as a flavor. I'm not a fan of mint.
Don't worry. I won't do anything to make you guys worry again.
Why not? Am I not allowed to have different tastes than other people?
You remember now?
I just don't like it. My brain's like, no. I have it and my brain's like, no.
Yes, I do. Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
Is that your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies. But I meant every word. Remember when I asked at the tavern if we had ever met? I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but what I really meant was a sense of loathing.
I'll have a mint to like refresh my mouth, but like eating a food that's mint flavored, it just doesn't do it for me. I'm sure there are things that you've eaten, chat, that make your brain say, no.
Loathing?
Have you tried any lavender flavored things? I do like some lavender stuff. Honey lavender flavored things are really good.
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that you're not someone I disliked to that
Chicken
extent.
makes you do that? Dang. What an existence to live. Wait. The thing about chicken is that chicken doesn't actually have a flavor. And what we taste as chicken is like a weird generic flavor that your brain makes up. That's why, if you've ever eaten gator, it also tastes like chicken. There's like, I read an article about this. I'm pretty sure, it might have been bullshit, but like I read that chicken doesn't actually have a flavor. And like it's just like a weird placeholder flavor that your brain makes. Rattlesnake also tastes like chicken? Yeah, gator like alligator. It tastes like chicken. Like, legit. It's not bad, actually. I've eaten gator and it's pretty good. But again, it's just because it tastes like chicken.
Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality, then you won't be as bothered by complicated social
I like to
relationships.
believe that story because it implies that the brain's default for like a taste is just chicken. And I think that's really funny. Like, I don't understand what this food tastes like. Chicken. Also, yeah, this is a banger I'll hate them line right here.
It'd be great if I could think like you. But first things first. I remember where Siraj's cave is now. I'll take you there.
It'd be great if I could think like you. It'd be great if I was a sociopath.
Really? That's great! Paimon remembers that you said there are 2 things that you had to do.
Like
We've
you.
only checked off 1, right?
Hey. Don't do that, chat.
What about the other one? Are we not gonna do that first?
There are more important things at hand. We have to stop Siraj before he completes his collective consciousness, or it'll be too late.
Hear me out. Pepsi-flavored coffee. Chat, have I already told you that I can't taste the difference between Pepsi and Coca-Cola?
You're right. Let's head out.
I legitimately can't taste the difference between the two. And like my old roommates back in Texas, like we legit did a taste test. Like a blind taste test. And I actually could not tell the difference. And I thought that I was getting like tricked. Because my roommates were tricky people. They were silly boys. And I was like, oh, you guys are just making me taste the same thing twice, just to fuck with me, to bamboozle me. And they're like, no, we did it legit. You actually can't taste the difference? I'm like, no. I could see the difference because I noticed that I think, like, one of them was more fizzy than the other. I think Coke is more fizzy. I don't know. But I couldn't, like, they both tasted like Coca-Cola to me. Dr. Pepper is a completely different taste.
It's so well hidden. But there's nothing spooky about it. Let's go inside and take a look.
You know what drink I want to have? Some good old-fashioned Almdudler, which is an Austrian drink made out of mountain herbs. Or it's supposed to taste like mountain herbs. It's like a ginger ale, but smoother. It's really nice. I really like it. Outside of that, big fan of, oh fuck, I'm complete. Ribena. God, I love Ribena. When I was, coming back from Spain, from the Spanish con, we did do a layover at England for a hot second. And, I bought, like, 5 bottles of Ribena, and it was great. Vimto is also really good. Apfelschorle? Yeah, I had some too. It's just like fizzy apple juice. It's really good. Spezi. I think I've had that too. I remember when I lived in the Italian part of Switzerland, there was a drink called Gazzosa that I really liked. It was like a super nice, like, Sprite. It was like Sprite, but good. Also, chat, just out of curiosity, do I need Electro for this? Do I need Electro? Is it required? Is my current team good enough to beat this encounter? You should be good? Okay. Oh, Alhatham's on my team. Okay.
Weird. It's bigger on the inside than Paimon imagined. Are you sure it's still a work in progress? Ilyas, do you remember this place? Huh? Ilyas! Where'd he go?
He's gone.
I don't sense him nearby.
I love lesbian Kaveh asks, do you like Kaveh?
Did he get separated from us? Should we wait here or turn around and look for him?
There's no need for that. Let's keep moving.
Alright. We'll continue in and see if he catches up to us.
Whoa! Oh my god, it's the Echo!
It's okay, Ilyas. You've done more than enough for me already.
For a second, I thought those little clouds of smoke were coming out of Ilyas's ass. And I'm like, bro, is this guy farting?
I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny is stealing your research. Why is no one willing to go public with the truth? He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application. And whenever the project hits a wall, he asks you for help. Everyone knows what's going on.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud, that'd be the end of the project. Too many people would be affected.
Somebody said, finally, farting in Genshin.
But he's obviously taking advantage of you. He throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, he struts around with your research data and takes credit for it. It's not right! Why are you putting up with this?
A lot of people warn me to not say anything. And I think they have a point. This is just how things are. All I want is to graduate without any problems.
This is super funny to me. I keep forgetting that the academia isn't just like an organization, it's just college. So like all these shenanigans or just college students doing crazy, stupid science shit?
It's okay. He's at least paying me.
Like, hey, what was your college thesis about? I tried to create a hive mind.
Half a year of your time and effort. Countless all-nighters and casual threats and insults. All for a measly 20,000 mora? He's treating people like cattle.
Oh, it's another day at the academia. I gotta get to my math class, and then I gotta help the principal build a god.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
And then I gotta go home and, you know, make some microwave noodles.
What's the matter?
And pull another fucking all-nighter.
Huh? You could read minds this whole time and you never told Paimon?
Of course not. I was also able to see those memories just now. They were probably the ones that leaked out while Ilos was connecting to the collective consciousness.
Did you not build a god in college? Bro, I was in the on-campus theater troupe. We built gods on the daily.
Connecting collective consciousness?
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress. The hive has long been finished. The collective consciousness project is already complete, and Ilos is now returning to the collective.
I did also build, you know, I did a bunch of stagecraft too and light hangs, so I didn't build a god, but I did build a stage for a god.
Not entirely. Keep walking and you'll see why.
I think I did the light hang for... No, it wasn't Midsummer Night's Dream. It was... I don't remember what play we did. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not. Why are you guys saying bless you? I haven't sneezed. I get a lot of like phantom sneezes where I'm about to sneeze, but then I don't.
Busted.
What? Please. Please. Baiju? Baiju? Homie? There we go. Why did it take so long? Baiju's just like, no.
Come at me.
Yeah, it's probably a ping moment.
Here you are.
Man, I forgot how fun Alhaitham is to play.
A bitter pill to swallow. Sight clear.
Let's just do this.
Seems like an emergency.
Baiju was out to lunch. Chat, you know what I want to see? I want them to remove the cap on bloom explosion damages. Like, I want to be able to stack, like, 10 blooms and have them all explode and have them all do full damage.
It's completely different from what Ilyas said. This place looks like it's been done for a while.
Because, like, I think that bloom could be so much better if they just remove that cap. Because I feel like it it just feels unnecessary.
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
Is this just a museum of weirdos? Counterpoint Nilu? Like,
I'll hate them.
here's the
Just
thing.
Thinking of that name fills
Here's
me
the
with
thing.
hatred. We must get
I don't
rid
think
of
that an entire reaction's meta status should be defined by a single character. I don't want it to be, hey, so-and-so reaction isn't good unless you use this character. Like, I think that's really bad. That's really bad balancing. I think that every reaction should be viable, and just certain characters should just make them better.
An entire year's worth.
You could have played hero any time, so why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
I don't understand what you guys are saying. Are you saying you don't care that Raju jumped to his death?
It's a shame. What happened to him? I thought he was stronger than that. Everyone has been working hard to complete the project.
And it sucks because
he could have endured for a bit longer. But
Hyperbloom seems to be that. Like, oh, Hyperbloom is just universally good. And like, I think it makes sense because it needs 3 different elementals, like effects. But like, I wish that didn't mean that the 2 elemental ones, like Burn or Bloom, had to be bad. I still think like Burn isn't good either.
In any case, we're done with you. Because of your recklessness, the Matra are putting Johnny on trial. This project is done for. None of this affects you at all. But do you know how many people, myself included, needed this project to complete their studies? Now our futures are up in the air. If worst comes to pass, we might not be able to graduate. Do you understand now?
I like the idea of Crystallize, but I don't like the execution.
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
That makes me sad.
Hey, you're blinking out again. What did you see this time?
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. Save your words for when we see him.
Ben, do you like Albedo? 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 I mean, I like him as a person. I don't have him, like, unlocked. Oh, wait. There's a MacGuffin over here. Cool house. Fake chest. Homie, you good? Yeah, he's good. Just a little tuckered out. Different card slot. What, huh? Oh, okay, I see. I'll take both. I keep getting the echo.
Alias, this is all very strange. Is there really no research group that will take you? Well, to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. I know you're a hero for fighting academic fraud, but well, we can't make exceptions for heroes, now can we?
Oh, you gotta pass your paper.
Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with the other researchers. Huh? Getting a reputation for being too unconventional will not stand you in good stead in the long run.
No, it's not gonna be good for your GPA is gonna tank.
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you?
Where are my manners? My name is Siraj.
AJ Beckles?
Siraj, I've heard of you before. Do you need something from me?
What does the nice redeem do? Redeem it and find out.
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you've had your fair share of trouble.
Yeah, that's AJ.
After you reported Johnny for academic fraud, you were ostracized and shunned. Even your family can't understand your actions. However, I'm working on some research that will help you merge into a collective. That way, your life won't be so dolorous. How about it? Wanna have a go?
Man, AJ's so fucking talented. He's also in Unicorn Overlord. Play it now! On Switch and PS5 and Xbox.
Paimon can't believe it! He really did trick us! That Giga Jerk!
Giga Jerk.
No, Siraj is the real Giga
Welcome,
Jerk
thank you so
here.
much for the raid.
Ilos is just a regular jerk. Ooh, Paimon's so mad! We're gonna find him, and we're gonna make him explain himself!
You don't know who AJ is? Go Google AJ Beckles immediately. Oh, I smell a boss fight. Good.
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time as Ilyas.
Lily Lulu, thank you so much for gifting a sub.
And I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only at Gandharvaville that the second thing I must do occurred to me. Bring you all here.
So when does Tony Hawk jump in? Just wait for it.
To throw off the Matra and bring Alhaitham to the hive. That was my task as Siraj number 36.
You were already Siraj number 36? But you passed the Matra's lie detector test!
Yes, I truly did forget many things during that time. Even my identity and assigned
Lily
responsibilities.
Lulu, thank you for gifting another 5 subs. I appreciate it. Thank you.
However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. I chose to delete those memories.
Imagine being that obsessed with Alhaitham can't be me. This is another part where I would turn on the camera and look at you, chat, for an uncomfortable amount of time.
It's difficult to
Like
fool
you.
Alhaitham, so I had to create the perfect guise for myself.
And the best guise is when you believe your own lies.
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because I had deleted my memories of its completion.
Darren, thank you so much for the sub.
It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, I was already living as number 36. Now, I choose to return to that identity. Only here can I be truly free. That's all I wanted to say. After I enter this room, my consciousness will merge back into the collective. And so, this is goodbye.
This is the biggest and weirdest nightmare blunt rotation I've ever seen.
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilyas, not Siraj number 36. The outside world is painful sometimes, but Paimon doesn't think that's a reason to run away.
Do you need more time to consider, Ilyas?
Hey, who are...
This is the traditional college experience where, you know, you go to school, you go to your classes, you talk to your professors, you study with your friends, and then you merge with a hive mind.
That is Siraj.
So you're that Giga Jerk!
This is just any fraternity.
Giga Jerk? How bold of you. Have I done something to offend you?
AJ saying Giga Jerk is like the funniest thing. Lily Lulu, thank you for another 5 subs. Thank you. You?
I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. Then, I recruited researchers from the academia to build a collective consciousness. I assigned numbers to everyone and divided the experiment's tasks amongst themselves.
Paimon's been popping off this quest.
Here, people can live easily and happily without needing to exercise complex mental thought. This is what they have chosen. All I've done is fulfill their wishes.
Evie Ray, thank you so much for gifting another 5 subs.
You're just trying to justify yourself!
Then I ask you, what's the difference between here and the outside?
This man really asked, what's the difference between inside and outside? Darren, thank you so much for gifting a sub.
There are researchers at the academia who engage in dangerous research in extreme environments while others become idle and listless.
This is maidenless behavior.
People are so obsessed with collective will that even those on the fringes will attempt to fit in after suffering setbacks.
Yeah, I had to give him the nerd emoji too.
Isn't that right, Ilyas? There's no need to deny this, as it is fact. It is natural for social creatures to conform. And the terminus of conformity is a collective consciousness through which even an ordinary bee colony can become a powerful swarm. Replace the bees with humans, and this model becomes even more potent.
For my senior thesis at the academia, I have invented Reddit.
Welcome to the hive, Alhaitham. You once arrogantly denied the merits of this project before the Grand Sage. A few simple words from you, and my
Reddit,
research
but with bees!
was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about any of this. You don't care about the pain of others. But I didn't give up. I made my thesis into reality.
I was legitimately joking when I was calling this his thesis. I didn't actually think that he would say that this is his thesis.
Gamers.
When we arrived, I noticed many empty rooms in the hive.
Oh, you noticed that? Then can you guess where their inhabitants are? The answer is the academia. They're executing another phase of the plan. The plan to install me as a sage.
Is this also a part of your thesis? I'm gonna use my hive mind to become dean of a college. You know, just as a part of my thesis. Darren, thank you for gifting another sub.
The collective consciousness links all of us into a single mind, showcasing our individual strengths as we work together. We are able to execute complex undertakings while instantaneously modifying our strategies in response to unexpected situations.
Bro, I just played Super Smash Brothers all day with my dorm mates. That's it. We just played Smash Bros for hours every day. That was my college experience. It's that, theater, and then getting into Magic the Gathering. That was it. That was all I did in college. You know, alongside my classes and everything, but I don't think I invented Reddit. And you're not evil, look at that. That's what you think, chat. And this is where I dramatically unmask myself, and I've got a big curly mustache.
Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are our biggest obstacle. With you out of the way, I'll use my growing influence to turn the collective consciousness into a legitimate study.
God, we played so much Smash Bros 4, like on the Wii U. Good times, good times.
The project will snowball until ultimately everyone will be part of my hive. No. The hive will be in control. And it will lead the academia towards a new future.
Darren, thank you for another gifted sub. Thank you. Who's my Smash Bros main? Dark Samus and Ultimate.
We won't let you do this!
What can you achieve with mere words? You weren't even able to change Ilyas's mind. Return to the hive, number 36.
Yes.
Wait! Don't go back! Look! There are lots of people out there worried about you.
It's too late, Paimon. I'm Cyclops now. Da-da-da-da-da-da. 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 Cyclops.
And you aren't an outcast. Aren't we your friends?
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay at the academia? When you leave, tragedy will repeat itself. Return, number 36. You know as well as I do that comforting words don't make life any easier.
Ben, favorite MTG color? Orzhov.
Ilyas? Why?
Or Boros.
You two are just as arrogant as Alhaitham. You think that everyone should be like you and live according to their own truths. But you don't realize that most people simply want easy lives. I allowed number 36 to leave the hive without his memories only because I knew he would eventually return. This proves that I know more about human nature than you do.
Ben, favorite zodiac sign? Why do I have to pick a favorite zodiac sign?
Alhaitham, do say a word or two. I will consider them as your last.
A word or two.
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of garish packaging will change its fragile nature. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the hive changed when Ilos returned to this collective consciousness of yours.
Ben, favorite pillow brand. Ben, favorite Muppet.
Hi Ben, hope you're having a good stream.
I am. Thank you for the sub, Izzy.
What?
What? Oh no.
What's happening?
They're playing Smash Bros without me.
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to operate. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me.
Ben, favorite FNAF character? Purple Man.
However, when Ilos returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members. This includes his perception of me.
Ben, favorite Splatoon character? Splat Tim.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new conflict.
Ben, what's your favorite Ace Attorney character? Ooh, that's actually a good question. Either Gumshoe or Franziska von Karma.
So that's it. Wait, so you knew that Ilos would return to the hive? And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool Siraj. Wouldn't expect any less from you, Alhaitham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to...
Favorite One Piece character? Pedro. He was my favorite before I voiced him, and he's still my favorite after I voiced him.
Wait, it's back to normal already.
Ben, what's your favorite temperature scale? Like, measurement system? Because I'm a big fan of Celsius.
Alhaitham, I told you. You're too arrogant. Did you really think that your little scheme would be enough to destabilize the hive? Ilyas's return had indeed introduced abnormal emotions into the hive, but such a meager drop cannot give rise to waves.
Someone said, Ben, you're in One Piece? Yeah, I'm in One Piece. I'm Pedro.
Your struggle has been in vain, and it's time to end it. Allow me to show you what makes the collective consciousness so formidable.
So many monsters. Where did they come from? And something feels off about them.
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though I ranked them last. Even so, they are part of it.
So this is like having a hive mind, and then you're like, hey, we should have some dogs in this hive mind. So everybody's sharing their information, and then you get... Tennis ball, good. Like to chase. Car, good. Squirrel, bad.
Despite their lack of intelligence,
Bark,
perfect
borf.
cooperation can be achieved, much like soldiers who have undergone strict training. Now then, drown in endless waves of monsters. You will all pay for your ceaseless arrogance.
Mailman, bad.
Your plan didn't work, so what do we do now?
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time for the recipient to receive it. You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of us.
Walk good. Park good.
Well, alright. Paimon doesn't know how you get so confident, but we'll hold them off for as long as we can.
Social Snake, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody.
quickly now.
Mind the side effect.
Do the funny thing, I'll hate them.
A process of elimination.
I'll hate them. Isn't that of a person?
But it has to be done. You must be eliminated so that we can evolve.
You see? That is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work. An external anomaly cannot shake the collective stability.
It is very fun to just like ult with I'll hate them and just go sicko mode. This man has cats in his collective?
A bitter pill to swallow.
No, my sword! Huh?
Come at me.
Things are about to get dicey.
Watch and learn.
He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Something's gone wrong in the academia. The march.
That outlines your fate.
Come at me. Sight clear.
What's going on? What's with this sudden influx of information? Silence! As the Overmind, I command you!
What do you mean, a sudden overflux of information? You have these monsters in the hive mind, and then I am killing them. The information is the feelings of death. See, look at this. Damn, nobody's got their bursts up.
Defract.
He just solos everything.
Why hasn't it been resolved?
Error in our judgment?
The will of the collective cannot be wrong. The Overmind must have made an error in his judgment.
But Siraj is the most intelligent among
Oh,
us.
this is like the
He is
chicken
number
dragon,
one.
right?
His judgment is the optimal one.
Is that true? Not necessarily.
Come at me. Hey, cut.
Seems like an emergency.
Here comes the catch.
Scatter.
GG. Easy. Was, more like... Was.
What have you done?
We killed the...
Calm
we
down.
killed was.
Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilos has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet.
Like you.
I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
No!
It's
No!
too late. Once the
Stop
desires
the
of a people
ooks!
accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
Wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My numbers shouldn't be so far down on the list. Siraj is alive!
This isn't what we agreed to.
I should be the one in your position!
When Siraj was in that tunnel of emotion, and all the ooks were happening, that was me. Whenever you guys are spamming ooks.
What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more
Like, no,
likely to
please,
reach
no!
consensus because of their shared memories and emotions. For example, Ilos did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed the collective consciousness's judgment. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the collective consciousness will generate an intractable diffusion effect upon encountering negative emotions. The disturbance that Ilos caused wasn't for naught. It made the collective question the Overmind.
Setbacks in the plan further amplify doubt, which diminishes the Overmind's influence. This inevitably causes the collective to generate negative emotions.
Moon Presents, thank you so much for the biddies.
Apprehension,
And GK Paladin Torga, thank you so much for the biddies
panic,
as well.
avarice. These negative emotions can be very well hidden, as humans generally do not share completely transparent channels of communication. But in the hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a tidal wave. Of course, what I said to Ilos was the trigger for all of this. A few words were enough. Believe in the power of words, Siraj.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. Even back then, you knew that Ilos was the bait all along. But how did you know? Since when?
I just know everything, because I'm super smart.
I knew it from the moment I saw him. Moreover, I never looked down on you. My opinion of you has always been objective. You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution, but you are intelligent and disciplined. You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you also won't leave any mistake without a resolution.
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. But if you're saying that out of sympathy, spare me. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had a distant look in your eyes. You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else. The arrogance that comes with being a genius. Nobody likes being treated like that.
I just wanted you to notice me, Senpai.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way of looking at things. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you, someone who doesn't fit in. However, I've never placed myself on a pedestal. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are. You care too much about winning and how others perceive you.
You're cringe, bro.
You mean to say that I'm the arrogant one here?
Is that not so? Arrogant and emotionally fragile. You view people as a simple, mediocre collective, while you regard me as one of your kind.
Emotionally fragile?
Regardless, I have lost. You can take me back to the academia and stand trial.
You will stand trial, yes. But arresting people isn't in my job description. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra's duty to escort you away.
I'm just a TA. Campus police will handle this.
What are you doing here?
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him. and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
I was 1 step ahead, 5 steps ahead.
Wait, what do you mean you left a letter? Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you, Arav said that you had left a letter for Sino. So you really did know that something was up with Ilyas from the start! You lied to us too!
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trickery on you. By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago. If you practice the method discussed therein, your vision may improve. Do you need it?
Seriously? This guy. By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the Academia. We can't let those jerks get away!
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons, and we've already arrested many of Siraj's associates. This was likely one factor that caused the hive's consciousness to waver. Everything went as you predicted, Al-Haytham.
You were right about everything yet again, Al-Haytham.
Good. Seems like the interesting part is already over. I'll leave the arrests to you all. See you.
And off he goes. There still are a lot of test subjects here, so let's stick around for a while.
Do we have to?
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of the acting Grand Sage? What came over me? How could I do something like this?
We were accomplices without knowing it. But I'm afraid that Al-Haytham might pressure the Matra into giving us heavier sentences. Whether he's the scribe or the acting Grand Sage, we can't afford to offend him. It seems our future at the Academia will be full of uncertainties.
I just wanted to join a study group, but instead we invented Reddit.
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the collective left me with a strange sense of guilt. I didn't feel anything towards Al-Haytham at first, since he wasn't well known. All the opinions I heard about him were negative, though. Siraj made us hate Al-Haytham, and we blindly accepted that hatred and thought of him as a bad person. From how things look, we've done a lot of irrational things.
This truly was pride and prejudice.
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Al-Haytham?
No.
Sure, Paimon will help you tell Al-Haytham, but whether he chooses to forgive you is up to him.
It's okay. No matter what he chooses, apologizing will make us feel slightly better. If he chooses to remember this, we're prepared for our punishment.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
So, were they all duped? We can ask Al-Haytham about that later.
They all got duped into joining a hive mind. Mondays, am I right?
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. Yet, my life as Ilyas goes on. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth. But I didn't have the courage then. So in the end, I lost my sense of justice. But I also wasn't able to
When I
conform.
accidentally joined a Reddit cult.
Don't be sad. I'm the one who
Wait a
deceived
minute.
you.
This wasn't a Reddit cult. This was an improv troupe.
However, I didn't come out of this.
This was the
completely
Academia
empty-handed.
improv troupe.
The moment the hive collapsed, an idea popped into my head. I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit into wasn't as powerful as I had imagined.
Improv actually wasn't that big of a deal.
Understanding that gave me courage somehow. Perhaps one day I could be just like Al-Haytham and not care about what anyone else thinks.
I just can't get this idea about this just being the improv troupe. Siraj said that we'd be just like the Upright Citizens Brigade.
You can do it. Paimon believes in you.
Together we would become writers for Saturday Night Live.
Thanks. Well, I should get going. I'm one of the primary suspects in the case, so I'll have to receive my due punishment. Can you keep this a secret from my parents and my sister? I just don't want them to worry.
I don't want them to know that I was in an improv troupe.
Also, please apologize to all Hatham for me. Goodbye, you two.
All the test subjects have been taken away. I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all documentation, and destroy the system. Are you two hurt? I brought bandages and hemostatics.
Just playing one big game of Zip Zap Zop. I remember Zip Zap Zop. That shit is fun. If you get like a big enough group, it's so much fun.
Hyman's fine. Just a little tired.
Get some rest. Oh, Hatham is probably waiting for you at the entrance. Go see him when you're done here. Watch out for any of Siraj's associates who might still be in hiding. If you encounter anything you can't take care of, come find me at the academia.
Okay, you stay safe too, Sino.
What is Zip Zap Zop? You stand in a circle, like everybody in the group stands in a circle, and you point at somebody in the circle and you say zip. And then that person needs to point at somebody else and say zap. And then that third person needs to say zop. And then the next person says zip again, and it repeats. And you basically have to go as fast as possible. And if you fuck up in any way, you get removed from the circle. And it keeps going until two people are left.
Let's go meet up with Al Hatham.
It's very fun. It's a very fun game. How do you fuck up? Once you're playing, it sounds like one of those things that you probably wouldn't fuck up, but when you're playing it, you'll realize it's way harder than it seems. Because if you're only a second late saying any of those words, you're out. What's the point? It trains your ability to think on your feet. Because it's like the speed is like zip, zap, zop, zip, zap, zop. Like that speed.
The matter's settled. We can return now.
And there are many moments like whoever you said zip to, they can say zap back to you. And so you have to be ready to say zop. Like that kind of thing, you know?
I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. This took much longer than I expected. Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions. I respect your curiosity, but I'm off the clock now, so I'm not going to field any questions.
Hey, we're not your colleagues!
You couldn't tell that was an excuse just now?
What? Are you kidding me? You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back at Siraj's secret base!
No. Bye.
See ya.
Hold it right there!
Good timing in the Hotel Mario.
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of some other people.
Stop changing the subject!
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what? Come with me.
Where to?
You'll know when we get there.
We're going to McDonald's. No, but seriously, boycott McDonald's. We're going to Wendy's.
Hup.
I'd like an order of spicy nuggets. Alright, chat. Here we go. Yippee! Biblia Curiosa, thank you so much for getting a sub. Don't spam too many things or else we won't be able to hear the dialogue.
Is this your home?
You guys aren't good at this, are you? Is this your home?
Yes.
What's with you all of a sudden? Being all polite and inviting us over?
Gamers.
Oh, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. And... Huh? Who are they?
Something I've noticed, why is Kave's name question mark when we've already been introduced to him? Like, literally, Alhaitham already said, hey, that was Kaveh. They forgore. Can we turn off the ooks? Fine. I will do so if you guys get out of hand.
Stop making a fuss. They're obviously guests.
You're not from the academia, are you?
Yeah, we are.
I'm unsure she's seen you before. You're that person from that time in that one place.
Like, this quest has had the best Paimon lines out of, like, the last couple of Archon quests.
Wait, what? How do you know me? Oh no, do people know that I live here?
What? You're embarrassed only now of all times?
Oh, you guys are roommates!
Yes, we are, but keep that to yourselves. Please, don't tell anyone else.
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home. I'll get them. You all chat in the meantime.
Hey! You're leaving just like that? What's the deal, Alhaitham?
It's been so long since I've recorded this scene. It's kind of weird to hear myself again.
Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Alhaitham hired to pretend to be his friends, would you?
What?
Well, we did just hang out with, improv kids, so maybe.
Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before, so please excuse my surprise. You guys get it, right? You know, with his temperament and stuff.
But aren't you friends with him?
I wouldn't say friends exactly. Okay, well, we used to be, but we're not anymore. Don't worry about it. My name is Kaveh. I'm sorry to have met you under these circumstances. Anyway, please don't say anything about me living here.
Darren, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I love how they frame this part of his introduction, you know, with the alcohol in the foreground, because he's an alcoholic.
You seem like you got a lot going on. So maybe Samora will make Paimon shut up.
Are you serious? How could you? Of course. You're Alhaitham's friends.
What? That was a normal response. You exposed your own weakness.
Still, why do you have to treat me like he does?
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting along quite well.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll leave the books here.
It's okay. We're gonna be his friends too.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. This is way too complicated. Why don't we just ask questions instead? Paimon wants to know, oh, how did you know about the collective consciousness's weakness?
A year ago, Siraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly asked for my opinion. I actually responded with 2 lines of reasoning.
Okay, so Siraj had this as his thesis, like he wrote an essay about this. And Azar was like, get this shit out of here. Like, he's like, Grand Sage, I want to make a hive mind. Here's my essay about it for my graduate thesis. And Azar's like, who the fuck? Alhaitham, get in here. Read this bullshit.
The first, as I've already said, was that his research was on human evolution, a subject prohibited by the academia. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme, but his approach too conservative.
Wait, that's too conservative? He built such a large lab, gathered all those people, and even tried to get rid of you!
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test subject's humanity altogether. The optimal solution to achieve collective consciousness is to focus solely on the overmind and treat the other test subjects as tools.
That's way too dangerous. You're not seriously considering that, are you? 'Cause, whew.
That whew. Sheesh.
I'm merely stating the facts. If Siraj had done that, I would have felt his work to be just as senseless.
10 out of 10 Paimon dialogue here.
It's impossible for any species to evolve overnight, and humans without their humanity cannot be called humans. That's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution. Most research of this kind tends to run contrary to evolution.
Huh. Paimon gets it now.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then you'll probably evolve into some other species in another decade, I wager.
What about you? Are you going to devolve into a fungus?
At least I'd be a fungus with empathy.
That was a fun line to do.
Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys? Are you in trouble?
Sort of. We encountered a strange researcher that had it out for us.
Are you all okay?
We hung out with improv troupe people.
Huh. So that's how things went.
Yeah.
Such is life. If only he'd known, Alhaitham could have stayed indoors today, and the whole thing could have been avoided, right? Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through them for an age. If you're not gonna read them, tidy them away. They don't belong there.
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're aware of your lack of conversational skills.
Oh, so the pot's calling the kettle black, is he? Well, having said all that, are you okay?
I'm doing quite well. Much better than that painting you're trying to hang on the wall.
You don't understand anything. Stop criticizing my taste in decoration.
I love their bickering so much. It was so much fun to record.
Paimon can't tell which of them is more problematic. Let's just get this over with and leave.
You whisper very loudly.
Yeah, Paimon's been told that.
Get out of my house.
Do you have any more questions?
Let Paimon think. Oh, by the way, the other researchers apologized to you. They hope that you can forgive them.
I bear them no ill will. More accurately, I don't really care about what they think of me. To some extent, they were also fooled by Siraj. The Matra will take this into account at their trials.
Ilos also said that he wanted to tell us the truth at Gandharvaville, but he didn't have the courage. He apologized to you too.
It doesn't matter. I never considered asking him to come forward with the truth. Judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than the average person. There's no need to lay even more criticism on him. Criticizing the brave only shows how weak you yourself are. I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll field one last question.
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. How about you?
Alhaitham's like, I need a burger.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. You only started investigating with the Matra at the Academia because you were interested in something, right?
I'm going to Wendy's no matter what.
But after meeting Siraj, it didn't seem like you were interested in him or his experiment.
I had no interest in him personally, but I was curious as to why so many people were willing to form a collective consciousness with him. I now understand the reason. Correct. The fall of the Sages and the shutdown of the Akasha terminals deeply affected the Academia. The fact that Siraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research projects as of late.
Alhaitham would get the 4 for 4, because he'd be like, objectively speaking, it's a good deal. It gives you a good amount of food and it's priced reasonably.
As the acting Grand Sage, I'll have to figure something out. In addition, what happened to Ilos is worth our attention. Reporting academic fraud was the right thing to do. He didn't deserve the outcome that he had received.
Paimon understands now. Oh, you're pretty it comes to work, huh?
Alhaitham would min-max his order.
I think minimum viable seriousness is a more apt description. I'll do my best to take care of this mess until my resignation is approved.
Wait, your resignation?
Would you like fries with that, sir? Yes. I do need these fries for optimal consumption. I'm gonna need the energy to study later.
Yes. I've already submitted my resignation to the Academia. Soon, I'll resign as the acting Grand Sage and go back to being its scribe. I don't think Siraj knew about that. If he had waited just a few more days before acting, I would have already resigned.
I don't have Nahida, so we're not gonna hear their funny little thoughts. You're gonna have to go to YouTube for that one.
What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine. However, even without my input, his unstable model would have collapsed for some other reason, so it makes no difference.
But why do you want to resign?
No particular reason. I just thought it'd be funny.
I'm not suited to be a sage, nor do I want to be one. The official process to select the new sages is already underway, but this process is long and takes far too much time.
Not the views dropping as you say that. Bro, you're losing subscriber. You posted cringe.
If I serve as acting Grand Sage for too long, the position might become permanent. That would be troublesome. This job isn't something I want to spend the rest of my life doing. It's important to keep your priorities straight. Well, it's about
soy
time.
pointing meme.
You should grab some dinner as well.
But wait, hang on. Wait, wait. Just give me a second, chat. Just give me a sec. Just give me 1 second. I need to, like, have this on my, like, quick select, I think. Alright, let's see if I can position this correctly. There he is! I'm gonna have that on my on my quick select. Alright.
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's kinda hungry. See ya! We're gonna grab some yummies.
Some yummies!
See ya.
No, Ethan's like, never say that to me again. Bye. Da-na-na-na. Oh. There he is. There he is. There he is. I like how they position you right in front of the open door so that you will walk in and hear their stupid little argument again.
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell. Was he in your class?
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's expected that you don't remember him.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the Academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses.
While it is super fun to do the scenes where they're just bickering with each other, I really do appreciate these scenes where they're just talking to each other as just two intellectuals. Because they're both really smart dudes. They just have different ways of expressing that intelligence. And like, just hearing them talk about things is just very interesting to me.
But even so, the Academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of self-awareness. If the people in the Academia haven't gone mad, they'd know that I'm much more suited to be a sage than you.
And I suppose they'd let everyone know that your career as a sage will be as shaky as that painting.
Again, that's mighty rich coming from someone about to resign. In a few days, you'll be managing files again. You'll be back at rock bottom.
But my salary will likely stay the same.
Wait, what? How come?
Like you.
Why do you get special treatment?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
You! I took time out of my day to clean the living room for you, and this is the thanks I get for it? I'd have been better off catching up on my work. I still have designs to finish.
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some furniture with that Mora.
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death? The decorations you buy keep getting uglier and uglier. What's the point of having a boring wood carving in your house?
Like, Alhaitham's gonna go out and buy some shit from IKEA. Like, the worst kind of shit.
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
I can buy whatever I want from IKEA.
Fine. Go ahead and hide behind your financial success if you want. But if we forget Mora for a second, do you have anything of true value to boast about?
He's gonna buy the shark plush? Yeah. He's gonna buy a Blahage.
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry, for sure. You don't know the first thing about interior design. Don't go off buying random furniture unless you take me with you.
So I'll have to bring you along and then buy you drinks?
Of course.
Of course!
But why would I do that? It would just be another form of a loan, and you'd have to pay me back eventually.
Can't you just be nice and not ask for the Mora back?
Alhaitham needs to learn that sometimes you can pay people back with favors. Like, that's what the homies do.
Pretending that you're not in debt is as ridiculous as pretending you're not living in someone else's home. Word will get out sooner or later.
The amount of times that I've had to say I owe you one when I lived with my roommates is substantial. And they would say that to me too. And we would just be like, hey, I owed you one, so I'm gonna handle buying the movie tickets today.
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right? Tell them to keep all this a secret.
There's no need to hide it so carefully. I think the truth's already out. You're such a lightweight that a few drinks at the tavern had you spilling all your beans.
Beans?
What? No, it can't be.
And there it was, chat. We did it. Look at all this stuff. We did it. There's one thing left to do, chat. Read their minds with Nahida. I don't have Nahida! I don't have Nahida! I don't have her. I can't do it.
Cool rediscovering Sumeru and discovering
No!
Big thanks.
It's okay. I'll get the key off stream or
If you were
something.
transported in an anime you voiced in as a character you voiced, what anime would it be and why? Ben, you're great. Thank you for being such an amazing voice actor.
Thank you so much for the subs, guys, and I really appreciate it. If I was transported into an anime that I voiced, I wanted to say Undead Unluck, but I feel like I would have a terrible time, because that world is bad for people. And, you know, to become a negator, I'd probably have to overcome a deeply horrifying tragedy. Yeah, I know I need to do my commissions, guys. I know how to get the keys. I will do that off stream, and then next time I stream Genshin, we will start this thing. Okay? I know I have to do I know, guys. I know. I know. I know. Meow? Meow meow. Meow! Meow. So yeah. I think that is a good place to call it for now. I don't want to, like... I do want to start playing Fallout and stuff, but I kind of want to start that as its own stream, because I think I want us to spend a good time on that. Because we're going to spend a bit of time on character creation. And then, you know, do a bit of that stuff. But yeah, next Genshin stream, we're gonna do that. I also am aware that I need to do Void Stranger. This weekend I'm going to be super busy because I'm getting an exam done, so I'm going to be out of commission through Sunday and Monday. Tuesday is already looking like it's going to be full to capacity. Wednesday, no, I'm also going to be busy. Thursday might also be full. I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted. You're going to ace it? That's not what I mean. It's a medical exam, not a test exam. I'm 31. I graduated years ago. Study hard, Ben. Thank you. Anyway, let's start winding down for the time being. Wait, you have to do the commissions today so you can stream. I know how it works! I know how it works! I know how it works, guys. Guys, I'm gonna have the key. By the time the next stream happens, I'm gonna have the key. Relax. Relax, guys. Chill. I'm not gonna start the next stream and be like, where's the key? Like, no. I'm gonna have it. Relax, guys. You watched me play through most of Void Stranger, and I did a pretty good job. I think I'm smart enough to figure this out. I appreciate you guys being so enthusiastic about the Kaveh hangout, but I'm a smart boy. Okay? I'm a smart boy. Anyway. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm trying to think of any other updates that have happened. I'm still working on the VTuber thing. I still haven't really... the group that was supposed to reach out to me that helped Alejandro, they haven't done so with me yet. So, I'm just waiting for that, but I might just say fuck it and then commission just an artist for a character sheet and then get the ball rolling. Thoughts on Bluey? I haven't watched it, but I have watched a lot of clips and it seems fun. Ben, would you ever consider doing a podcast? Honestly, I just chill listening to your streams sometimes. I've flirted with the idea. I think that it would be fun to do a podcast. I know Alejandro wants to do a podcast, or he floated the idea. I think that if I did a podcast, it would be silly. Ben, VTuber model or office-style camera setup? ¿Por qué no los dos? Like, even if I'm VTubing, I might have that camera joke. Where I'll just completely break the illusion and just show the man behind the curtain. I think that would be funny. Like, people seeing, haha, funny anime character, and then, like, someone says something really silly. And I just like, the anime character gets replaced by me just looking at the camera with just pure sorrow. It is, in fact, the Ben Bev stare emote, but without the slight smile. I'm doing a Kaveh cosplay for a con, but I need some input. Should I paint my nails red and gold, or should I do green? I feel like red and gold would be the play. Because I think the cool thing about Kaveh's design is the fact that he's a dendro, but he doesn't really have any green in his overall look. I was like looking at who to raid. We're probably gonna raid Alejandro. And I look over to his stream just to see what he was doing, and I thought he was playing the new Dragon Ball Budokai game, but he's just watching gameplay, and I'm just like, it scared the shit out of me. I was like, there's no fucking way this dude got got to play Budokai before any of us. Because we were talking about it a few days ago. I'm like, no, there's no way they let him play this game before anybody else. I would be so angry. I'd be like, dude, why didn't you? I want a key for that. I want to play that game. Hi, Ben, did I catch you at the beginning or end of stream? I'm wrapping up, sorry. Ben, there's a fighting event that started today. Did you check it out? What do you mean? A fighting event? Like, where? Is there a fight outside of my house? In Genshin. Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen. In the streets? That's what I thought. There's a fight going on in the streets.
You saying we some kind of street fighter right now?
Hey, yo, look outside. Holy shit, the black van is back! You guys can see it too, right? It's right there. It's right outside my house. Please tell me you can see it. Anyway. I'm gonna start wrapping up. We're gonna go raid Sayu. Whoops. I accidentally wrote Suyu. Like C-U-Y-U. Suyu. Suyu. Anyway. Tune in next time for maybe a different game. We'll take a short break from Genshin and we'll play something else to build up anticipation for the Kaveh Hangout. Because Kaveh Hangout, as I've mentioned before, it's going to be one of the last things that we do with Genshin for a bit. So I'll try and stretch this out a bit. But until then, goodbye everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. I love you all so much. Thank you again for all the support, for being here. All the biddies and all the subs and all the gifted subs. I'm always thankful for you guys. So, thank you. Good evening. Let's go bug Sayu. Bye.